Hey, Tanya.
What's up today, John?
I tell you what's up. We are going to talk about some scams when you go on vacation. Stay tuned. So, when you go on vacation, sometimes there's some mean people out there just like to scam you and get your money for no reason because they're a bunch of scammers. So, we're going to talk about some scams that's out there and hopefully prevent you from getting scammed. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is the bracelet scam. And right now in the Mediterranean, especially Rome and Paris, they're saying, hey, we got these charms to put around your bracelet, whatever. And when they go there, oh yeah, it's real gold. It's not real gold. Or hey, it's free, but since we took you here, it's gonna cost you $50. So there's a scam. But also in the Caribbean, what happened to Tanya was in, where was it? Labadee?
Oh yeah, Labadee. When we were walking, we had a gentleman come up and grab my wrist and say, it's free, and try to put this bracelet on my wrist, and then was trying to pull us into the store.
So what they do is,
and they get angry if you don't pay them or don't.
Right. So what they do is, they put the bracelet on your wrist, and you say, no, I don't want it. No, it's on you. You got to buy it now. Mm-hmm. So the best thing to do is two things.
If they're reaching for you, just pull your hand away and say, no, thank you.
Pull your hand away, or please.
Because they do it very quick.
Yes. Please stay away from me, or just keep walking. Don't
acknowledge.
Exactly. So that's ways you can stop the bracelet scam. Mm-hmm. And you'll see it all the time. You'll see it. Okay, next one is the luggage watch out man. So the luggage, I'll watch your luggage, right? So
I would never let someone.
I seen this, and these poor people did it. And I'm like, oh God, don't do it. This guy said, hey, you got a lot of luggage. Hey, you know what? I'll watch it for you. You know what? I'll get a taxi, hail it down, get ready to go. They let him do it. Next thing you know, he's telling these poor people, hey, you want your luggage back? It's going to cost you a couple hundreds in this warehouse I took it to.
Yeah, and they're scamming you. I haven't seen this so much. I haven't seen this one so much, but I have heard about it.
Yeah, so. I seen it once. It's not pretty. Keep your luggage close to you. If someone asks you, no, I got it under control.
Yeah, because you may think they're with the cruise line and you're safe, but they're not. If they're standing there with taxis or stuff like that, it's not the case. Just know who you're dealing with with different things like that.
Keep your luggage close to you. That's all I can say. Next one. The taxi scam, and this is huge in New York. So what happened is, you flag down taxi, and also if you take an excursion in the Caribbean or Europe, wherever, you negotiate a price, whatever. You say, hey, how far or how much is it going to take? You know, how much is it going to cost to take me here to point A? And the taxi driver says it's going to cost you $15. All right, when you get there, he might say, hey, it's $30. No, it's not. You said 15. So be careful with that. And a couple ways you can do that is this. One, be in a pair, so both of you are there. Videotape the cab driver, or have the cab driver write it down. Right?
Yeah, and that's not everywhere, because a lot of the ports we've been going out of,
very fair.
The taxis are all lined up.
Right.
And that's normal. You'll see taxis. That's normal. But when you're off on your own somewhere trying to flag down a taxi, that's where we're saying watch yourself. But if you're in a port and you're going to the end of the pier and you see a line of taxis, those are taxis they're there. They know the routine. You could tell them you're going to a certain beach. They know where that beach is. I think you're pretty safe with those taxis. But we're talking in general when you're out on your own and you're flagging down a taxi. Just be careful.
I think this one did happen to us once. We got a taxi, And you imagine, man, this ride seems longer. So
It took a longer route because we don't know where we're at.
Right.
Yeah, but we had been there twice.
Right.
And the time before it wasn't as far.
Right.
So we don't know, and there could have been road. We don't really
could
know.
have been, but took
just
longer and cost us a couple dollars more.
Yeah.
So we got the taxi scammed.
Yeah, and they could be doing road work or anything.
You're right.
So we don't know.
Right.
As far as that goes.
Right.
But.
So the next one I found, and it's pretty common everywhere, is the bump and grab scam. So what happened is someone will bump into you, the partner will be behind you and be pickpocketing a gentleman or reaching
your purse or your bag, anything that's open, unzipped. Hang on to your bags.
Yep. Zip it up.
Yep.
Now, I didn't know this, and you might know this because I don't have a purse, but I guess there's such thing as an anti-theft purse. Did you ever hear that?
No, but I've heard of those things like a men's wallet have where they can't read your numbers.
Right, and you got me one of those for Christmas.
And I have one too, a purse that is like that because I walk into the Myers or whatever and it triggers the alarms all the time.
Yeah, I seen something today where there's an anti-theft purse. If you know about that, please comment down below because I seen it, but I don't know nothing about it.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and they said to prevent the bump and scam grab or bump and grab, men, put your wallet in your front pocket. I always do.
You know, that also happens at airports.
Mm-hmm.
Some airports with your luggage, they'll have something that looks similar to your suitcase and they don't have much in there, but they will come up behind you, maybe have a conversation while someone else, if you don't have your hand on that carry-on or whatever you have, they will switch suitcases thinking there might be something better in yours.
The bait and switch.
Bait and switch, whatever. So even at airports, I mean, we're not saying this is something that's always happening, but you know what? When you least expect it, it could happen. Just be on alert. We've read about stories like this. We've been in a couple situations that were a little sketchy.
Right.
So we're just sharing this with you.
You know, when you're on vacation, you land into the city or whatever, you're all excited. You might have anxiety from flying, whatever. So the last thing on your mind is someone trying to take advantage of you. So we're just trying to say, hey, this could happen. Doesn't mean it happens all the time, but just be vigilant. Just be vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
So next one is the jet ski scam. And this is pretty big in the Bahamas, what I read. What they do is they tell you one price over the phone or advertise. Then when they get there, it could be a totally different price that's a lot higher. And it could say, oh, because of taxes, surcharge, gas, or whatever. Okay, so they overcharge you. Or what they do is, okay, you got it for a half hour for $50.
And we're not talking if you book it through the cruise. So if you book it through the cruise, where you're going on your excursion, they should not be charging you more.
Right.
So that's a scam there if they are.
Right.
But this is if you book, he's talking about this is if you book something outside the cruise.
Yes.
Or you go off somewhere.
Yes.
Because if you book it through the cruise, there should be no
it's a
other
set
charge
price. Right.
unless alcohol is not included or something like that.
Or if you want to give them a tip.
Yes, or you're tipping, which I recommend tipping them a little bit.
So, or another way they do it is, okay, you got half hour for $50, and they call you in like 20 minutes. So
yeah,
that's
they cut you short for what you're spending.
Right. So I never experienced that one because I've only been on a jet ski once in my life. So, and the next one I never experienced is the hair braid scam, the braiding.
Oh, those girls will constantly. So, and I can tell you this from what I've witnessed, they'll pull you in. They'll tell you, we braid your hair, $30 or $25, whatever. Then they show you this book and they say, pick which one you want. But what they fail to tell you is you might pick one you really like. Then they'll braid your hair to match that and tell you, oh no, the one you picked was more. Be careful.
Yes.
Be careful. If you are going to go to one of those ladies that braid hair, you tell them, I would like this one, and what is the price right now for this one?
Right.
And
have somebody videotape or write it down on a piece of paper.
Because they literally, if you don't pay, they'll grab your head. They will fight you. They will fight you. Not all of them.
Make sure you negotiate a price, write it down, or videotape
Because, yep.
the person.
Many of the ports, you'll
right.
see those ladies are on the beaches, the ladies with the hair braids. And it's the same situation. Maybe I don't want to jump the gun, but when they are walking the beach with items for sale,
Yep, that's the next one.
But I'm going to say something because
Yep.
I had this happen to me buying a swim shirt for John. So the guy held up 2 swim shirts, and
Was
I
it
said,
the
"What?"
white one?
Yep. I said,
Okay.
"What is the price?" And he told me the price. So I said, "Okay, I'll take one." And I took it, and he goes, "Well, this one is more." And I already said I wanted it, so
Right.
you know what I mean? But just be careful. They will throw little things like that in
Right.
at you. So
the next one is the photo scam. So this one, you see it every time you go to the beach. It's all over the place. You have
with the monkey, they'll come up with monkeys or birds or parrots or
iguanas,
yep,
Cosmo.
and they'll say, "Would you like your picture taken with it?" And you're thinking it's free. You're on a
No.
cruise. You're thinking it's free.
$10.
It's not. The minute they snap that picture, and you're using your camera for the most part,
Right.
They're just allowing you to stand there and hold the animal
Right.
while you take a picture with your own phone, but they charge you
Right.
for having their animal in the photo.
And they have-
once you snap it,
Right.
so don't let them fool
Don't
you.
think they're
Don't let them fool
alone
you.
because they have friends close by, and if you don't pay, there could be an issue.
And we had that happen with a monkey. Thank God John was on top of it because before I
Yeah.
took that monkey in my hands, John said, "What's the price?"
Right.
And it really, I wanted to
Right.
hold the monkey anyway, so it wasn't
Right.
bad. But the guy wasn't going to tell us until John asked.
I said, yeah, you negotiate before.
And he was nice
anything.
about it. He
Right.
was nice about it. I'm not trying to say he was bad, but we knew they do try to pull a fast one. And
Or the other photo scam is the human statues.
or the ones that are standing there playing the instruments with a bucket down low.
Right.
If you're standing there videoing, at least with the bucket there, pay them something.
Right.
If you're going to take a picture of them or you're going to stand there and video, put something in their bucket. Put something in their
Right.
bucket.
Or the human statues.
Because they're doing that as entertainment for you.
Right.
Yep. Or the human statues.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So be careful with the photo scam. If you see someone walking down the beach with
any kind of
animal
animal
or something, just negotiate the price first because
It's not free.
you're gonna pay them one way or
It's
the
not
other.
free.
All right. All right. So next one I seen was counterfeit products, and purses are huge for counterfeit. Okay?
Yeah.
Like if you want a Kate Spade,
You're not getting a Gucci or a Kate Spade
Right.
if it looks like a Gucci or Kate Spade.
Right.
And I don't care what they tell you.
right. So yes, there's duty free in mostly every country. You can get a good price, but you're not going to get a Kate Spade or a Gucci for $30. That's
No,
for sure.
no,
you
no,
might
no.
get $40, $50, $60 off. So if you get one of these little shops and say it's a Kate Spade or Gucci, make sure you know what you're looking for. The
And what I-
markings, whatever it is.
And what I can tell you though, the perfumes are legit. We have gotten perfumes for half the price in the duty-free shops.
Yeah.
They are the perfumes. They are legit. Because
Yeah.
it's perfume I've bought here, got for there like half the price.
Right.
They're legit perfumes. Go
Yeah.
with it. If you're out of perfume at home, buy the perfume.
I
duty-free.
suggest if you're gonna buy anything, do it in duty free
Mm-hmm.
because that is regulated by the maritime law.
He's talking the side stores, side shops.
Yeah, if you go in town or
Yeah.
size shops, just be careful. It's like I knew this, and I didn't care. I wanted a pair of sunglasses, and this guy is trying to tell me, "Oh, these are Oakleys. These are
They
Oakleys."
weren't. They were so thin and chai.
They were
yeah.
not Oakleys. I didn't care. He wanted $90.
We needed sunglasses because you didn't have your
I did
sunglasses
not
were broken.
pay $90. I gave the guy $20 and told him these,
Yeah.
in a nice way, these ain't Oakleys.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you just know your product before you
Unless
buy
you don't
it.
care
Right.
and you really like the design,
Then by all means,
by all means, we're not saying not to
Right.
buy something, but
Right.
just be careful. Don't expect something and maybe you're planning on bringing it back to sell it yourself because you will be the one to get in trouble.
yeah. Just be careful with counterfeit products and know your product, do your homework, be wise. Mm-hmm. And the last one I think is very important is excursions. And I'm not talking about by the cruise line. I'm talking if you're going off on your own. They advertise something, but when you get there, it's totally different. Totally different. You know, it's like seaweed on the beach. It's not clean.
And here's a little tip for that, as John calls them, pro tips.
Pro tip.
We started doing this, and we should have done it a long time ago for some of the excursions we've been on. We started, when we want to book an excursion, we YouTube that excursion and watch someone else's video from recent. Make sure you're checking the date, and it wasn't from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
Look for one that's within the most
Within
recent,
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months to a year. Watch that one.
Right.
Because it will change your mind about a lot of the excursions, and you won't do them.
Even if it's a cruise line one.
Or you might say, oh, yeah, we've done that. Right. Oh, yes, we definitely want that one.
Yeah. Because we did cancel one on the last cruise just because it's like, no. And we
watched the video and just everybody in there was complaining. They were like, it just wasn't.
And we booked another one, and I think it was much better.
Yeah, so. And so look up those excursions because look them up, Google them. You know, we may even have a couple out that you know. That's even about things.
If you book it through the cruise line. Now, if you book it outside the cruise line, just be aware. Like Tanya said, pro tip: look it up. Even if you didn't, you know, especially if you didn't book it through the cruise line, make sure it is what it is, and make sure you got a receipt or something on your phone showing how much you paid for it in advance, or it's negotiated at this price. Because as other scams, it's $40 a person. You get there, hey man, you owe me
we raised
50,
prices.
60.
It's now $60.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
no, you're locked in. When you buy that on the internet,
Yep.
you should be locked in at that price. And you know, it's just another way.
I had a bad excursion.
As always, though, not to interrupt you real quick. As always, tips aren't in your excursions. So if you have a great excursion, I know there's multiple people. Not all those people will tip. Throw them a $5, throw them a $10, throw them a couple bucks. If everybody did that, those people do work, you know, and they have to split the money that's made. If you had a fun excursion, all I say is please tip, just as you would waitresses or waiters.
I do not have an issue about tipping good.
He's never had an issue about that.
You know, I'll tip the person really good if they make the excursion fun.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. He tips even if it's not fun, but they won't get as much.
Right.
But he tips well, and you know the ones that go out of their way to make your excursion a great time.
Right.
A memorable one.
Absolutely. And like, I'm going to tell you about a bad experience I had. I was in St. Lucia. We got a local driver. Bang, red flag number one.
This was years and years ago. I wasn't there.
Right.
Wasn't me.
No, it was, red flag number one, local driver, right? So why we did it, because the day before we were in Barbados, we had a good excursion with the local driver, took us talking, telling us about the island and everything else. We figured, I was a rookie. It was my first cruise. Figured St. Lucia, be the same way. I feared for my life. I literally did. I think the guy was calling ahead, and all of a sudden he would slow down, and all these people would start coming out. It's like, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. By the third time, I demanded to go back to the dock, and I told everyone, get in the gate, get in the gate. He goes, that's whatever. I said, no, here. And I got in the gate. I didn't even pay him whatever. I gave him something, but you got to be careful. From that moment on, unless we know Mr. Sancho's.
Yes,
like that,
that's not through the cruise line, but we do not book excursions outside the cruise line except for
couple places.
Atlantis.
Right.
We've done, and now cruise lines, they do have Atlantis.
Yes.
Some of them as their excursion.
Right.
But a little pro tip.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper to book it online.
Right.
And then you can still get the same cab you'd have to get if you booked it. You know what I mean?
90% of our excursions is through the cruise line because that one experience what I had.
I wasn't with him on that one, but yes. We don't want that, and I don't.
No.
We had a comment one time about, well, America's not safe either, or
You're right.
You're right. It's not safe, but we do the same things here. If we have to hop in an Uber, we're careful. If my daughter has to go, we are careful with everything. Now, there are situations. And it's not like you have to live in a bubble.
No.
But there are situations everywhere in the world that aren't safe. So
Right.
even though we're talking about your cruises and your Bahamas and your Caribbean and stuff like that and what's going on, this is from our experiences.
Right.
This isn't to scare you.
No.
This is to put you on alert. We could say, okay, you live in Michigan like
Right.
us. Be careful because this is going on or this is
Right.
going on. But we're talking about when we go on vacation.
And this is anywhere
So-
this could happen. Anywhere.
Yep.
So just
Yeah.
Just
But
be-
I just want to address that because
Yeah.
we did get a person that, one of our viewers that did
and
say,
thank you for,
yeah,
pointing that
hey,
out. Right.
it's, not safe in the United States either.
Right.
So, and you're right, it's not. This
not.
world, it gets rougher every year.
Yeah, look what
But-
happened just in Kansas City. God bless people going through a terrible time in Kansas City right now. I hope all the children recover and make a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
God bless you, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Stay strong. Kansas City strong.
Yep, exactly.
So
And is that, do we have to add anything else?
that's the my list.
Okay, and we do leave Friday on the 23rd. We fly out for our
Yep.
cruise.
About right
So-
now. Oh,
And I
Right
did
in
mention
Houston.
that when we return, we will be doing another giveaway. So stay tuned for that. I don't
Yep.
know what it'll be yet or how we're going to go about doing it. But, if you have some ideas for how you'd like us to do a giveaway, share them below. And
it's not going to be a cruise.
We'll take, it won't be a cruise, but I always do. You can ask any of our winners that are out there. Please comment below.
Yeah,
if
we
you're
always
watching
get
this.
prizes. We
Let
don't
us
buy.
let the world know. Let our subscribers and viewers know that we do give nice prizes. And as always, if you're enjoying our content, please hit the subscribe button below.
Over there?
Yes,
Okay.
over there.
What's up there?
If we share videos, they're up here.
Okay.
Anyway, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does really help our channel grow.
Yes.
It gets things out there. Share our videos if there's a video that you think someone could use or benefit from if they're going on a cruise, or we hope that our content benefits you and gets you some good information. So hopefully soon we'll be able to share some good cruise videos again instead of just our
Well, we got
talking
some
videos. But
we got some good excursions
Yep.
booked up for this cruise. I'm not going to say, keep it a surprise.
yeah,
So,
so stay tuned for that. And on that note, we're going to end it there.
yep.
And
And we'll see you.
stay safe, everyone. No matter where you're at in the
Yes.
world, no matter where.
Stay safe and love y'all. And see you on the next video side.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.